the picture too well, you might fall in love with her too. Oh, she was about 5'6", a little bag of tricks.
Daniel had a Murakami SneakerCon one that he blew up.
Yes, I did. In dramatic fashion.
That you did what with?
In true dramatic fashion.
I was trying to clean some of those ceramic, little white ceramic dishes.
From the peak?
Like the little dab dish. Yeah. And it was filthy, so I was cleaning it with a torch, and I had them just sitting in the ashtray.
Dude.
Yeah, because just not thinking about the difference of ceramic
temperature. Yep.
Yeah.
And the
just
difference.
Slowly, as that thing slowly heated up, the ashtray just exploded. Like he was sitting right across from me. You know? It was bad.
Like a ceramic grenade. And I was sitting across the table from him, and I just like immediately like touched my eyes. I'm like, okay, I'm okay.
All right, we're in it.
We're in it, yeah?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. It's season 2, episode 6 of Air It Out, everybody. Light 'em and lace 'em. It's Air It Out. I'm Freehand Prophet, and
this is Late Night Color.
We're here every week smoking weed and talking sneaks. Daniel, let's hit him with that disclaimer like we do every week. Let them know that we fully support everyone's right to an opinion and style. What's trash to us might be fly to you, but we still respect and appreciate you all. Man, we got a special guest with us today. We got Kyle from Field Extracts and
Thanks for being here,
Restock.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I just lit up this joint of the Mars from Alien Labs. Is that right?
No, that's from
That's
from Glasshouse Farms.
Glasshouse Farms.
Yeah.
Saw a hat and got confused.
Nah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, we have some Alien Labs weed in here too. Shout out to those guys, to all of them.
Man, we're so glad to have you on this show, Kyle. Kyle is a sneakerhead, a icon in the weed industry, and man, just so excited to have you on here. This is Weed and Sneakers podcast, and just the right type of guest to have on. So we're really looking forward to that. For any of you guys out there watching, actually, let me double check. We got an aquarium check, Dano?
I aquarium checked that earlier.
We aquarium checked. So if it sounds like you're hearing a little more of an echo, that's not our normal aquarium audio flub. We're actually in the Infinity Mirror Room at the Artist Sneakers Gallery, and we're hotboxing today. So I'm prepared, man. I kind of want to see if we're gonna fill this whole room up. Like I don't even want to see y'all by the end of the show.
We're hoping it gets dramatic.
We'll see. We got to tell them to subscribe to Sneaker Inc. on YouTube.
Absolutely.
We're here every Wednesday with Air It Out Show, and of course, I got tons of other sneaker content for you. Oh man,
what are we smoking right now?
This is the Mars.
Yeah, that's the Mars from Glasshouse. That's a big glass greenhouse operation, among other things. They own a couple dispensaries too, but up in Santa Barbara.
Okay.
It's our new partners actually at Field Extracts.
Nice.
We just merged with those fine gentlemen.
So, now,
congrats on that.
Yes, we're looking forward to experience all of that. The folks that watch, they should be pretty familiar with Field Extracts, considering we smoke them every week on the show.
Damn near, yeah. As long as we have some.
Yeah, if Grass Door has Field Extracts, we have Field Extracts.
I appreciate that, guys.
Of course, man. Let's dive in, man, because I got so many questions for you, so much that we can talk. Oh, my bad.
So Field is what upped my. I never had sauce before.
Okay.
Until you introduced it to us, and it's such a traumatic. Agreed. It tasted so fucking good, got me so fucking high.
Daniel, why don't you tell them how you met Kyle?
I met Kyle through the Mag Project.
Right.
Yes.
You, right?
Yeah. We can stick on this for a second. Yeah, I met him. They were doing the Nike Mag Shark mask together, and I rolled in during the photo shoot for this, where they had rented.
It's hard to call it together, you know.
Okay,
I was
one person
has
to bring in such a shoe to use.
Yeah.
Excuse my reach, Dano. I'm just playing editor over here.
Yeah, you do it, man.
This guy did it all, though. That thing was cool. Yeah, that was awesome. That space you guys have for the shoot down in
El Segundo.
Yeah, they're seeing this image right now of the. Can you see what he has up right now?
That's Kyle wearing that mask there.
I don't
of
know
course.
if you all know this or not, but that fire in the background is super real. and yeah, you know, it was dangerous.
That's how we lit the backwoods that day, just off the fucking fire trails from
Gary
the
actually was doing one-handed push-ups with a blunt hanging out of his mouth, dipping down and lighting it off of the fire.
It's true.
This is all true.
Video. We'll upload it later.
I did it in my chonies. But actually, the DeLorean is real in this shot.
Absolutely. And the mayor was in house, I believe.
That is true. I should have grabbed Mayor Goldie Wilson from Back to the Future.
That was unreal.
It really was. It really was.
He didn't tell me he was coming either, so that just kind of popped up.
That whole day was pretty surreal.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then you actually heard that I was going to Japan.
Right.
And you hooked me up with a buddy of yours who I actually reached out to in Japan.
John.
Yeah, ended up getting to smoke some weed in Japan, which wouldn't have happened.
Set the alarms
Would not
off.
have happened unless we had that discussion.
You got one
made
over
a whole
there.
different trip out of it.
Good thing he has such a common first name, and you know.
There you go.
You know,
Can't narrow it down.
Yeah, John.
Good old John.
Yeah.
John Doe.
That's awesome. Yeah, good guy though. I'm glad I was able to hook you up out there. He's been yeah, you know, I guess he's been a good
Can't
friend.
give too much more info on that.
For a while.
That's good.
Good guy.
That's awesome.
He was a really good guy for never meeting, meeting me and taking me into his apartment.
I don't think it's all that common to have somebody from the States. I mean, he's from Canada, but you know, to have somebody from the States or Canada to be out there is a cool thing. Like,
yeah.
Out there as,
I get that.
As a guy from here, you know, like
I get that.
So yeah. But yeah, that shoot was great. That was a really fun time, man.
Now,
the mask came out fucking awesome. We'll get it here pretty soon, right?
I almost want to like give them full transparency here, because so many people don't realize how difficult it is to make these masks and how much I challenge myself on each piece. This one, and Dano has seen this face, and you were there for this too. When we were shooting this, now this is the second time was it that day or was it like the next day that we were shooting with the DeLorean? Because we went and did a morning shoot, and then we were like, "Yo, let's bring that back out for another shoot over at Sneak Rank."
All on the same day.
I feel like it was, or was it later that afternoon, or?
I wasn't there for the shoot at the house.
Yeah, but I feel like we did that so super early in the morning.
Yeah,
that guy
the
who
lighting
had
based
the
on
actual.
The lighting
was
looked
the
prop car
from the movie.
Prop replica. It wasn't one of the originals because Universal Studios left those on a lot and they got rained the fuck out.
Jesus.
Yeah. But what I was getting at with the mag is people know how difficult electronics are for me. And we were hours into this shoot. I have the DeLorean here. We're filming, photographing, and all of a sudden the eye goes out. The lights in the eye go out.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so did all the blood in my face. And it was just one of the most heartbreaking moments for me.
Didn't you fix that?
We did. We came back another trip and like basically had to like deconstruct and rewire that because we burnt out one of the inverters in the back because they were clustered together and overheated.
Well, and they were old too. You know what I mean? Like it was a new pair of shoes.
That's true.
Right? But
that is true.
That's circuits and electronics from what almost.
And that you're rewiring.
Ago,
right.
Yeah.
And also, we should point out that they were the 2011, not the self-lacing mags. And the pair that I chopped, they had defects. One of the lights wasn't working already, right?
Yep.
And there was a little
And
nick in the back.
There was a little. So yeah, I ended up
Minuscule.
I ended up with 2 pairs of those shoes. Shout out my boy Sheeby.
There you go. What's up, Sheeby?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have happened without you, man.
No, not at all. He sold me both pairs. One of them he wore, on the day, right? He saved them to rock on that infamous day.
Oh, nice.
And ended up taking a little chunk out of the back, right? And I remember when I gave them to you, it was out of the piece of the mag.
Yes, the little ankle strap thing.
Like up here, right? It's probably the easiest piece to repair, right?
Yep.
So like somebody who would have done a repair on them would have been kind of stoked on it. From my understanding.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what
for a pair of mags, you'll make it work,
right?
Yeah, whatever the condition.
So, and then the other pair was brand new. They're both huge. They're both fucking size 13s.
Yeah.
Right? And,
I would have fit nicely in those.
Well, not everybody has such big feet.
Monster feet.
Big socks, right?
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, we ended up on the phone, Chibi and I, and he said, "Dude, why don't you call Gary and fucking give him that pair with the chunk out?" I mean, it'd blow your mind if you knew how much I paid for that pair of them.
Oh.
But it was his idea.
I gave him the right price for the dead stock pair, and he hooked me the fuck.
But it
up
was
on
his
that
idea
pair.
to do the mask
was.
with you,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yes.
It was.
Yes. And the shark came about because of that scene where Marty hits 2015 and it's the hologram of Jaws coming out. So when we had Mayor Goldie Wilson there, I was trying to tell him why the mag mask was a shark, and he said, "You ain't gotta tell me. My scene's right after that. I know what you talking about." I was like, "Yeah, that's the shit right there. That's dope."
It's funny when you show it to people too. They most of them, if they know the movie,
Yeah.
know right away what scene it's from.
that's awesome.
They're like, "Oh yeah, the fucking
Makes
shark,
sense.
right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one that
yeah.
hits 'em."
Yeah.
I've definitely seen more people struggle with it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Really?
To make
Yeah.
the connection. Yeah.
And then you're just like,
Yeah. It says so much about you
Yeah,
that you don't, that
exactly.
you're not making the connection here.
Did you really watch the movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I missed the windows being like that, by the way. I want to point that out, how the windows were at the old...
at the studio?
Yeah, they just looking decrepit as shit.
Yeah.
The light leaking through.
That was such a great day. Epic shoot.
Yeah.
Great mask, man. It's cool. I like the hemp one and that are my
The
two-
scale
my
of
two
this
How
one.
does
is
it see?
insane.
Yeah.
And we have slides of those too, because 4 is that correct? 4 masks.
Yeah.
And like, if you want to talk
But
about,
the first one, I didn't give you a pair of shoes for. Though.
that's true,
That
and
one came through Adam Hill.
that's right, and we're hopefully he's
Just
next
Adam.
week or sometime
was
soon
hilarious.
at DesignerCon.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Dude,
We
that
have,
whole what thing,
yeah.
like, I was laughing for a while after that. Dude. He's funny.
You
Hilarious.
certainly know he's there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He lit a blunt in the middle of decon.
Oh yeah, he lights blunts fucking anywhere.
Everywhere.
I,
Everywhere.
but as someone who did not know this, you know what I mean? Like, it was my first experience. Like, hey man, then he was like, "Oh, we're lighting up here," and we're like, "No, we have pins." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
different.
Take it
Yeah.
down. Take it down.
So funny.
No, cool guy. He's one of the first dudes I met out here when I moved here to California from the East Coast.
Why don't we let's show him. So
Oh yeah, the Doom.
the Doom mask, and this is one of 2 of the Doom masks. This is one that's actually my favorite out of the 2. You saw this when I was on the Adam Ill show and reached out. And actually, because Adam put me in contact with such a great collector like yourself, I made him the Cherry Blossom mask. So we're getting him onto the show. We're going to do a photo shoot. And
Oh no, yeah. He
tried it on
we
at
have footage.
Decon.
Yeah,
Yep.
we got footage of that at
Yep.
Decon.
And
That's awesome.
Will you do me a solid?
Yeah.
Because if I come on with it, will you move that whole camera a little closer?
This one a little
Yeah,
closer.
just move it like diagonally a little closer to the table.
now, Kyle's got 4 masks, but he's got
And
the
then rotate it this way a little bit.
He's got one of the MF Dooms. He's got
Thank you so much.
the hemp Triceratops mask made out of all 3 colorways of the hemp low SBs.
Oh, that mask is so sick. The Triceratops, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So dope.
The Tiflo Grim Reaper mask, which I know is Dano's favorite.
It is my favorite.
That was
God damn,
fire,
dude,
too.
your selection.
That's what
of
I'm
these
saying.
masks.
For 4, like there are collectors that have more, but like heavy hitters like that, there's very few that like just like boom
I think it's
slaughtered.
I think it's about using what pair of shoes you like.
Oh, selection.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
I keep
Yeah.
having
Like
this
those-
motherfucker go out on me. I don't
Those
know what
hemps,
to do.
like, you know, those been speaking to me for you know, as long as they've been out.
Here's the funny thing about
So what's that? 06 or
yeah, it had to have been.
remember? I think it was 06.
The hemp ones.
Yeah.
I think they were 06.
I'd have to
I'm gonna
check.
Have to look it up. So
Yeah, have to check the tongue. There you
go. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about the hemps was I don't think I ever would have picked those myself to chop.
Do you have those on here in the slideshow?
Yes, let me. So we saw the Doom. Here's the Doom. We on the slide?
Such good photos.
And then the next one we did, which was the hemps, and I did not have the idea for the Triceratops. Oh, 04.
Yeah,
Nice.
04.
No concept for the Triceratops until I had them all chopped up in front of me, and I saw those tongues laid out in kind of like a rainbow, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Using 3 pairs of shoes. That looks like the fin on the back of a Triceratops. What I went digging for and couldn't find was the video of us doing dabs out of it.
I have that.
You have that?
shit.
Can you airdrop that? You think you can find
does
that?
he also, you have the smokable mask that I freak out about every time because of how milky the hit is? In that
No.
glass bong.
You're thinking of the skunk dunk,
That's
and
the
actually
skunk,
that
right?
is white glass, so that's not smoke.
And you tell me that every fucking time, too. You're
That's a
like,
fact.
it is white glass.
I think you just need to smoke some of this sherbaccio.
Oh shit! Is
That's
that funky cheesy
from,
stuff?
That's from Alien Labs.
Let me tell
that's-
you.
I wouldn't call that cheesy. No.
You wouldn't
that's,
say this is cheesy?
No, I mean
With,
that's.
Oh, no, this one
that's
is,
sweet,
uh,
that's sweet and gassy. That's
Yes.
That's a sherb.
I thought the cakewalk smelled a little bit more cheesy. Would you
So
say
is
that?
This is a gelato, so it's like gelato and
So,
sunset sherb cross.
What's it on the spectrum of like indica to sativa?
Definitely more of an indica.
Okay.
But nothing's really.
Would you say
all
this?
that heavy leaning anymore? You know,
Okay.
It's all pretty hybrid?
A lot of it's mostly hybrid, but anything that's got the gelato or an OG in it or
Yeah.
some of the a purple.
Yeah.
A lot of them are going to be heavier indica.
Yeah, makes sense. You said cheesy is, we were talking about cheesy as a way to describe weed. I thought this cakewalk smelled pretty cheesy. Would you describe this as a
That
cheesier?
smelled sinister earlier.
See, what did I say earlier? It was something covered in blue
To
cheese.
go from cheesy to sinister
Yeah.
is an interesting.
Oh, I feel like I walk that line every day.
That's his spectrum.
That's
Cheesy.
my wheelhouse. Cheesy, sinister shit. I'm a villain from a 1960s
Yeah, my
movie,
favorite
bro.
shit is cute yet fucked up.
There you go.
Like Chili the Willy, but
Like a
holding-
teddy
with a
bear with a
decapitated
bloody knife.
head. Yeah, exactly. There
Yeah.
you go with the bloody knife. I was saying bloody axe.
There you go.
Yeah.
With that. Yeah, man. This was such a great shoot, and of course in the grow.
Yeah, where did we do it? We did that in that was fucking years ago. That was with Jason from Oz from AHHS.
Was
And,
Dr. Dina there?
yeah,
that day?
it's and that's the other partner. Yeah, that was great. That was cool of them to let us use that. It's a cool grow. It's the only one in West Hollywood that was like attached to a dispensary and was like okay to be.
You're good?
It's a cool place
That-
to be.
I'm excited just to cheap
Would you
on
like?
that for a second.
You still all right?
Okay,
Fair enough.
we're chiefing.
You know what? Maybe
I would say
maybe
it's
I'll do
getting
it
a
now.
little smoky in here. On
Just a little
camera.
bit. Not too bad. Okay, they can see it. They can see it. I'm like, I want them to be blocked out. Like, it might as well be an audio podcast because there's so much smoke in here.
You guys know about looking for white ash on a joint?
I believe you've mentioned before.
I've heard this, but I don't recall.
Well, it's a good way to see that the herb is super clean and
Okay.
you can see on this stuff you're getting it.
Nice.
More times than not. It's a good one.
You want to show that off to the camera? You want to show the white?
He
eye?
was on. That's
Okay.
I just
shit.
clicked it off of the joint, so
It's gone now.
we'll revisit that.
All right, let's get into a little bit more weed talk before we.
Yeah, I love it.
We've talked about field extracts some, but why don't you tell the folks out there who aren't familiar with field extracts what you do and what the brand represents?
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're a Los Angeles-based extract company. We've been around for 3-4 years. Oh, am I not
A little closer than mine, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
We're a Los Angeles-based extract company. We've been around for 3-4 years. You can find us in close to 300 shops across the state of California. We do specialize in a non-solvent extract. That's a bubble hash that we then press into rosin.
Okay.
And we also, I've had some pretty good success with our vape pen, which is we call it a sauce pen.
Okay.
So ours is special because typically, vape pens have been made with something called distillate, right? Which is, you can have your opinion on it. It is what it is. Typically, the terpenes that were added to that product didn't really taste like weed at all, right? So regardless of how strong the distillate is or what type of effect that has on the body, we weren't really like getting high, right? So like you're smoking this distillate pen and it's supposed to taste like lemon OG and it tastes like lemon pine sol a little bit.
Right,
it certainly doesn't taste like weed. And you can huff down a whole half full gram of it and not really get all that high, right? And for us, I think we came to the conclusion that it was because it doesn't taste like weed, because at the same time I take one hit off of a joint or
and you can feel
a
it,
spliff or whatever, and I'm like,
part of the flavor is.
So we started using the terpenes or the terpene layer from a hydrocarbon extract, butane extract. So sauce, which you were talking about before, Dano. That's it's a form of a butane extract where a separation occurs between the high cannabinoids, which is basically THCA, dropping to the bottom and crashing into crystals, and the top layer, which is the high terpene layer.
Okay.
So we were using that terpene layer, which is typically pretty liquidy, right? And liquidy enough where it could potentially replace the cut and the terpenes that were being used to make these vape pens. So that's what we started doing. That was only version 1. We don't have distillate on our pens anymore, but that is where it started. To be fair. Now, since we've worked I think a little harder in the lab and brought on some new people to help us with this, but we have now a full live resin, full spectrum cartridge. We prevent the THCA from crashing into crystals, and the extract stays the perfect viscosity to wick properly with the pen, and they're testing super high.
Yeah,
awesome.
Total cannabinoids and terpene content, and they're good. We like them.
I mean, we love the field.
I'm not a vape pen guy, first of all, right? So,
but sometimes you're in a pinch.
It's convenient.
You don't have time to roll up, or it's not the right place to roll up.
Agreed. I use them every once in a while for sure.
It was a game changer at work. Like I work in dark rooms, of course, yeah. But I work in like a dark room, and you're supposed to be in there working all day, and like it helps when you can just be like. Not even leave your space.
Right.
In like corporate environments sometimes too, and it's not an issue.
Right.
It's the big draw to them.
Yeah, it's just so convenient.
The discretion.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, we also mentioned at the start of the show Restock. Can you tell us more about Restock as well?
Sure. Yeah, Restock is that's a passion project of mine and 2 of my partners, Lucas and Ben. We've been at it for 5 years plus now, and it started because we had all of this waste from our farms, right? We've been cultivating in the space for years, and like most people, at the end of the season, you have a big pile of stalks, your waste pile, which is like most agriculture,
businesses, right?
And you'd burn it, you know, you'd have a burn pile.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a party for your employees and you had
Right.
a bonfire. Maybe
Right.
you just did it to do it and get it
Get it rid
out
of
there,
it. Yeah.
But yeah, it was common practice, and we just started thinking that
Gotta be a better way.
Yeah, there could be a use for it.
Yeah.
You know? So after years, literal years of getting told no by different pulp mills and you know, different manufacturers of waste. You know, we finally started opening some doors, and you know, now we have packaging made from cannabis. Yeah, you know, we have.
It looks great.
It's
dude.
absolutely incredible. And I've been hyped on this for a
It
few
looks
years
great.
now.
Yeah.
Because I was actually lucky enough to be a part of the Restock show.
That's the one I picked, by the way. There
This
were
is-
like
Oh my
15
God, I've
pieces.
never
I
seen
said,
that.
hold on.
You've never
hold
seen
on.
this?
Put a
So-
sold sign on that one, please.
This is Restock paper. So the paper was made from
Yeah.
female stalks. Is that right?
For 100%.
100%. I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to.
That were
Yeah.
grown in the state of California and harvested for their flour and put on to the market.
Dude,
And
yeah,
it was
that's
it was
great. What a
absolutely
cool
incredible
canvas.
to work with. Betsy, my wife, actually had a couple pieces in the show as well, based on photos that she took in her garden when we were growing up north of
Hummingbirds.
hummingbird and bees on the plants.
Yeah. A couple of my buddies bought those ones too.
There was some. It was an incredible show. Woes was in it. It was great. I got to meet
Deffer
him.
was in it as well.
Deffer was in it. See, I gotta remind him of that. Rocco was in it.
OG Chino.
Yeah.
Rocco was like the MC and the host.
Yes,
and like
yes.
he ran the whole thing. He, you know,
What a
great.
dope show. This was
Wasn't
all,
there an
was this
MC
all
that
for-
actually had an art piece in the show as well?
Yeah. Well, not an MC at the show, but
Uh-huh.
an MC. Yeah. Charlie Tuna.
There you go. That's who I was thinking
Tuna
of.
was there too.
Because he started following Betsy after this, and
he
I was
wasn't
like,
there.
And was this
Charlie
all
Tuna
to
follows my
promote-
wife. That's
this
hilarious.
was all to promote the restock, like
Yeah.
the use of.
Yeah, you
This
know,
waste.
we produced our first, you know, we called it a canvas, right? It's not a you know, ask the guy who drew on it, right?
Right.
It's far from a fucking canvas. It's
Well, you know,
paper, right?
depending on
It's
how
closer
you
to
use the
fucking
term,
papyrus.
like you know,
Yeah.
nowadays sneakers are canvas and all of that. But
Sure,
yeah,
sure,
in the definition of it's not true.
But that's what we called it. It was a paper, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a hand pressed artisanal paper, and we gave it out to a bunch of artists, and you know, I mean, got a couple guys we didn't mention, Shane Jessup.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Such
I mean, just some
So
Crazy
many names,
lineup.
man.
heavy
That's
dudes,
crazy.
You know, like
Yeah.
crazy street art guys from LA.
Yeah.
Dope event.
You know, and yeah, Alice Hahn was our partner. She was the coordinator of the whole event, and
Nice.
she's been with what's the name of that? Gorilla Union. That's what the company that I met her at through Chang Weisberg. But yeah, that's she's not you know working. I don't think directly for them. This was on her own, but
Okay.
that's where I met her. And yeah, she was great.
That's awesome.
It was a cool event. Yeah.
Now you've told us quite a bit about the different things that you've done within the weed industry. How long has this journey been, I guess, part of the career path, and how long has it been a part of your life?
You know, a long time. I grew up in New Jersey,
Okay.
so you know, it wasn't super okay
Accessible,
to be
right.
a weed guy there.
Yep.
Accessible. No, I mean, you know, weed's accessible everywhere. You know, if you grew up in California, maybe you don't understand it, but because it's just here. But you know, they're for the most part.
Yeah, it's I guess accessible
everywhere
isn't the
else,
right
too.
word. Right.
You
Just
know,
as far as
it's maybe not as good or not as cheap.
I think
but,
that's
like,
because you know I grew up in Virginia and I smoked weed in Virginia,
of
but
course.
I didn't smoke weed in
Right.
Virginia.
Yeah,
you know what I
there's a big
mean? Like
difference.
there's a
You're
huge
not
difference.
wrong. But yeah, it started from a young age. I've had stomach problems my whole life, so it's
Medicinal
always been
for
a-
you
yeah,
as
yeah,
well
it's
as
always
recreational.
helped quite a bit. And you know, I was always selling weed as a kid, like a little shithead. Like,
Okay,
it's
so
just that's how it goes.
and it just matured into more legitimate
Well, yeah,
manners
you get a chance
and
to do it legitimately, right? You know, California gave me that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I moved out here, and we started in the hydroponic game.
Yeah.
You know, and we did grow lights and hydroponic stores, gardening stores, and
Can we ask when you came to California and started that part?
2010, I came out here.
Okay.
Oh,
Originally.
okay.
It's been about 10 years.
Interesting.
in June,
Interesting enough.
So
Nice,
came out
dude.
for the first High Times Cup.
Okay.
In June 2010 in San Fran. Yeah.
Well, that is.
And since you've placed very high at multiple,
I was gonna say.
competitions.
We've done a few. Yeah. Yeah,
That's-
it's been fun, man. Those competitions are cool. They're a little played out at this point. Honestly,
Becomes a little political. Becomes a little bit business. It's not.
No, not even that.
No?
It's got nothing to do with who's throwing the cup. There's just so fucking many of them, right?
Right.
that's not like
It's
a stab
saturated.
at anybody
Yeah,
at all,
there's not the
right?
one.
Dude, there's just
Yeah.
so fucking many of them.
Right.
It's tough.
They all do seem
I think
like the same
that's
type of keep track.
comparable to the sneaker world, and you have your big guys like sneaker cons, and I'm sure the High Times, and there's certain big boys in the arena, but then you got your local events, all the way up and down the board, right?
High Times has the brand. They've been around the longest, so they
Right.
have the biggest draw, I think, naturally.
That makes sense.
You see that. You see that for sure.
Now, you were talking, and let me pull up some of the pictures, because not only does Field Extract smoke and taste wonderfully, they're also beautiful. And props to your photographer, because there's some very cool shots in here.
Yeah, there's some good ones in there. We got lucky.
We got lucky.
Now,
As in finding such a good photographer.
That one looks like a honey bear laying down for
it
sure.
oh,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
It's like that fucking game of looking up at the clouds and seeing what you see in the
Okay, I want
depth.
to talk about my favorite things to do.
All right.
Yeah.
What's this one look like, Dano?
Oh, this one's not much. It looks like Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh shit, I see it.
Yeah, with the arms hanging down.
I was like starting to. Oh, see, now I can't unsee that.
Or that thing that Chet turns into in Weird Science.
Okay.
That thing that Chet turns into. If that was on a multiple choice,
That big pile of shit.
is it that
It's
thing
one
that
of
Chet
those
turns
things.
into?
I don't know if it's just because it's so orange, but like I was thinking about Garfield eating some lasagna.
Okay, I'm starting to see Felix the cat in the front.
I think you guys are smoking too much weed. That's what I think.
So, my question is, both for me and for everybody out there, because I've been mostly a flower guy. I've never really been into torches, which it kept me away from dabs for a while. Now with like these G pens and the other options that are out there, and of course, with Field Extracts out there, I'm gonna find a way to smoke these shits. Break down the difference. You said you were making rosin or live resin from bubble hash. Can you break that? Like,
Sure.
what makes something rosin versus resin
and you
versus
started
bubble
saying,
hash?
like,
Do people make shatter anymore?
use of distillate.
Like, it's all changed so much.
The use of distillate, Dana, that's gone.
Gone.
Right, like that's what we're saying.
I mean,
You've
for us,
gotten rid of that. Yeah,
other
that's what I'm
people
saying.
are still
That's what I'm saying.
making
You
it
said some
in
other people
abundance.
use
But
the distillate still, and like, is that like unhealthier on like an immediate level, or what kind of thing is going on with that?
I don't fucking know. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
distillate is not something that's been around long enough for me
To
Right.
really
think,
do
make,
tests
like, an
and
educated.
everything.
But you'd rather not have it
opinion on.
right off the bat.
Well, no, I don't like it because we can make it out of something that tastes a lot better. Distillate, what you do in the distillate process essentially is pull everything the fuck out of it, right? So it's a mass separation of everything that comes from the crude oil you start with, and the clear, sappy, looking shit that ends up in the pen,
Yeah.
are the cannabinoids.
Okay.
But if you do it right, it doesn't smell or fucking taste like anything. nothing.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Which is why you have to add some flavor to it, and the consistency of it when you do it right is why you have to add some type of cutting agent to it to make it work properly in the pen.
Gotcha.
Right.
But you've achieved the right levels of all that naturally.
Yeah, just without using distillate, without using a cutting agent, without using additional terpenes. You know, it's all from a hydrocarbon, a butane extract. Yeah. But to answer your question, Gary, the difference in the cannabis world, it's type 6 or type 7. So type 6 is a non-solvent extract.
Okay.
So it's going to be bubble hash for the most part. You know, I'm relatively sure the short path distillation process to make distillate is also considered non-volatile and falls under that.
Okay.
I could be mistaken. I should probably not speak.
I'm not
necessarily. I'm not super sure. But for the most part, what separates it is if you're making a solvent or a non-solvent hash, right? So, or extract. So type 6 is for bubble hash and rosin for the most part.
Okay.
And type 7 is for your solvent and you know, your butane, your CO2 extracts, if you're still doing that.
Okay.
I don't know why you would be. But yeah, so that's what separates it. We run mainly a type 6 operation, so most everything we produce is bubble hash and rosin. You know, we feel it's the cleanest and the best tasting, the best representation of the plant. You know, when it's made right, it's up there.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking good.
Now,
that's rosin right there.
this is rosin. Okay. And you said this is your pick for the
Oh yeah,
cleanest.
for me, yeah.
That looks crazy.
Doesn't it just look beautiful?
Yeah, I think Frankie and I have gotten this a few times. Where's that milky?
Yeah, you don't see it too often,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Because it is a
We're
high
not
end
getting
type
that
of thing.
through Grass door.
Well, you can. I'm relatively certain they carry our rosin.
We'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
we've
also
only been
pretty
getting.
certain it doesn't last long when it ends up on the menu. So it could
That's
be,
probably what it
it could
is.
be a
Yeah.
timing thing.
That is a good thing. Since I use them all the time, the only thing that they are sold out of more is your stuff.
Yes.
Well,
I'll say
you know,
that.
that's a big reason for the partnership with Glass House.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're an extract company at Field, right? And I've certainly you know, been in the space long enough to have cultivated quite a bit, and you know, we've run cultivations in the market before, but we didn't have one, you know, attached to Field. You know, we were a lab, you know?
Right.
So Glass House brings what we were missing, you know. A really big big fucking crow.
I love that. You're like
And not to dumb down the relationship to that, because the
so much more than that.
yeah, the people there are awesome as well. But you know, it was a piece of a puzzle that was missing, I think, for both of us, and it worked well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to the results of that. Let's see. Now, cold cure rosin. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Maybe over at your place. I feel like it's probably the only place I might have seen this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a technique for getting a final product. Honestly, you know, you can
Just a different like.
honestly, people can cure and dry their weed a million different ways,
Okay.
right? Will
Yeah.
somebody tell you there's the best way to do it? Yeah, and then will 100 other people tell you
A different way.
that-
Yeah.
I mean, you know, listen, there's
Different strokes for different folks type
there's
of
certain
things.
temperatures and humidity levels, and like you
Yeah.
gotta be crazy to think you
Sure.
can go above
Sure.
and beyond, right? But yeah, I mean, that's essentially just
Technique.
after the press. You know, whether or not you're whipping it so that it turns into more of a butter, or
Okay.
or keeping it as
He
you know,
said
more of like
whipping
a a shattery, you know, more like see-through looking consistency. And then you're you know, keeping it cold.
Gotcha.
And you're allowing it to cure, you know, while it's at a certain temperature, but a cold one, as opposed to room temperature, or you know, again, there are a million fucking different ways to do it. So
It's all in the technique. All right. Good to know. Here's one for you. What's your biggest stoner pet peeve? Well, take a minute to think on that. I'm just going to let the folks know out there. It's getting a little bit smoky, and it's time for me to switch up with my glasses. And I just want to let them know why I'm doing this.
I forgot this is happening.
I have
told you.
I have an eye infection right now, and if you've been watching the show, it took me down for like 2-3 weeks last year during season 1. And we had this episode scheduled with Kyle, and I was like, nope, we're not rescheduling. I'm making this happen, and we're doing the hot boxing. So I bought my prescription swim goggles so I can protect my eye from getting too smoked out and still keep chafing with y'all.
I just met him. I don't know him.
I don't know this man. It's fucking comfortable, bro. My eye feels so much better right now.
Everybody else is hurt, but as long as
I think I can hear my follower count dropping.
If there was like a list of things, if people were to say like unbelievable things that would happen on this show,
Me putting on swim
you
goggles.
putting on swim goggles, but being completely legitimate about it. Like there's a reason I'm doing this.
I'm doing this.
You know what I mean? Not like, oh, I'm doing this as a joke. Like there's a reason he's doing this.
It's funny. I can still joke about it. But yeah, I got my reasons. I'm not doing it for the. You know what? Because here's the thing. This is an art school thing. There's plenty of artists that like do weird shit for the sake of being weird. That ain't me. When you see me doing weird shit, it's because I can't fucking help that shit. Like that's just who I am, baby. Okay. So your biggest stoner pet peeve?
You know, I don't know. It's probably, and I think we can correlate the two. It's the same kind of person who does, right? It's like that guy who does that, you know? Somebody who takes a dab and doesn't clean out the nail afterwards. And like leaves your shit there or like leaves the carb or like leaves the the carb cap on top of it too while it's still hot, and then it sticks to it, and then you like got to heat the fucking nail back up.
Oh, just to get it.
That.
I can dig that.
If you're sharing a joint with somebody and you get a super wet joint back, and you don't notice it, but you put it to your mouth, and like that feeling of the wetness, of someone else's mouth,
like they just like
touching the wetness.
You're like,
lips.
no, I'm not drinking out of a straw. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like sharing dairy products. Like, have you ever
sharing?
Think about it.
I've never thought of that, but that is.
You ever ask somebody for a lick of their ice cream cone? No, of course not.
Not unless you boning.
Yeah, sure. Or not unless you're like a little kid and it's your mom's or something.
Sure.
Like, as an adult,
yeah.
no, you can't.
Especially
have some of my ice cream. No, you can't have a bite of my cereal.
To be honest,
what?
As a grown ass man, I'm not getting ice cream cone.
There's milk in that. Get the fuck out
I feel like as a grown ass man, I'm getting it in a cup.
Yeah, you need to get over that. Ice cream cones are for everyone.
And
they're delicious.
I'm with that. I guess maybe if it was the right cone.
And it's like how you to declare that ice cream cones are delicious. That's amazing.
They are.
No, I think we need to fact check that. There is the ice cream spot across the street, Cool House.
Cool House.
There we go.
Very good ice cream.
Would you say those are also the ultimate stoner taboo, or would you say there's?
Yeah, I think both of those are pretty taboo.
All right, fair enough.
I think one of them more taboo. The like getting a wet joint is more taboo than the dabbing thing, but only because it's been around longer.
I get that. I feel like
it's just more basic etiquette. Like, why would you slap all over this?
It kind of. I'm like thinking back to my dab etiquette in the past, and I'm like, oh shit. But also because with the G pen, there's like no cleaning the nail. There's nothing in it. It's just fucking gone.
I mean, that depends how much you put in it, first of all.
True.
Secondly, you should be cleaning it out anyway, I think.
Well, I mean, I clean the...
It'll make it last longer, that's all. Like,
agreed.
This guy is also the reason that I use
100%.
Q-tips in a whole new way. Like, I like go...
Well, when we were using the Peak, we were
Oh, it's
as
gotta
good
be
as we
done
could
with
have
the
been,
Peeve,
but
yeah.
you had to. This, like, because I take it apart, I clean the glass part, you know, make sure everything's good.
Yeah.
But it's not like I can pull the plate out. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
no.
After the show, I'm gonna make sure we're doing this right because
I feel what you're saying.
I want to make sure my form is right, man. As you can see,
That
I
thing's-
take my
that
shit
thing's pretty cool.
seriously.
I like that thing.
Oh my god. Do that again.
What this?
Are they fogging up?
They are a little bit. They are a little bit. But that's all right. We gonna keep pushing.
How long are you gonna last with that?
What should marijuana lovers know, do, or be aware of to be a better member of the community?
For some reason I didn't like it when you said marijuana lovers.
Lovers, yes.
I wasn't sure where.
Yeah, I
it
was
going.
like, well, they can go love what?
Marijuana lovers.
I honestly thought you were talking about couples.
People who smoke and fuck?
That smoke, yeah.
Fair enough.
Wow, I know that's such a deep question.
I mean, what's the proper term right now? I like being called a stoner. I like called a pothead. What's the do we have like the term that everyone's like, this is what we're going by now?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, right? Okay,
We don't.
good.
We could
I'm gonna keep riffing on that shit.
listen. We could
Tree Blazers.
we could think of that. I think that's a company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody's done that already. Yeah, somebody's done that.
They gotta be from Portland, right?
Yeah,
Alrighty
they
then.
should be. They
All
should
right.
be.
Well, if you thought the questions were over, you're wrong. Because now we got
Roll 'em.
I call them the rapid fire. Dano doesn't like that, so we got to come up with a better name.
I
for
was
these.
very impressed with how quickly Nick Engvall answered those questions.
I thought these are some good ones. Favorite shoe of all time.
Oh wow, don't tell me it's rapid fire. I got to think about that. Most comfortable.
How about just the model?
Like most comfortable out of the shoes I like.
Yeah.
Or the Nike SB Futuros.
Okay. Would you say
the blue, black, and fucking what? You know which one?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. No other SB that I own, and I have a shit ton of them, is that comfortable on my foot. None of
really?
them. Yeah. It's
For
so
whatever
much
reason.
more fluffy and like cushiony than every other shoe. Yeah, it's fire. My favorite shoe, I think probably to this day, is the NYC Pigeon Dunk.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that colorway a lot.
I can't. You know the
know,
colorway goes.
Yeah,
Do you have a pair of those?
I don't.
So true grail hunting. I'm not even trying.
But yeah, no, it went far beyond my
Where you
interest
would want
years
to go.
ago, you know?
I get that.
I did
get that.
have shitty story actually. You guys will like this. I had an opportunity to trade a bunch of my Jordan collection, which like, you know me, I don't collect J's like that, you know, like that crazy at all. So I don't have a ton of them, right? I have probably, 15, 20 pairs of them, but like, spread out. And I had an opportunity to trade for a pair of pigeons for like the whole Jordan collection. Ooh. And it was a little overboard, like he was winning at the time. So I let it go, and I didn't do it. And then literally like 6 months later, I was regretting it.
Damn. Ain't that? See, I get that. I always say my duck camo 90s were my biggest regret because I bought the tiger stripe 90s and they were the same price at the time. I was like, I'll come back for the ducks. Now they're like $1,200.
Yeah.
Fuck me. As much as I love them, I'm not there yet to be dropping a stack on a pair.
$180 pair of shoes.
What's your least favorite shoe?
Probably Boosts.
Oh,
Damn.
Ultra Boosts or anything with boost?
No, like the Yeezys.
Oh, 350s?
Yeah, those big fucking chunky clown shoe bottoms. I hate
The
those.
700s he don't like.
Yeah.
I do. I like the 700. Well, the chunky well,
I think they're super. They're super.
The Saki
just across the
350.
line.
Yeah, I don't really.
There's
like
none of the Yeezys.
I don't like them.
Well, there's your unpopular opinion in the day, folks. I get it. I was
I don't have any
slow
pairs.
on it, but
I
they
don't
grew
own
on
any
me.
pairs of those.
Yeah, you do.
So
You got the
I
wave
have a
runners.
wave
Oh, the
runner.
350s. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
they're
Yeah, I
so
don't need
big.
350s.
They're so big, dude.
I
You
own a
don't feel
pair,
like you're walking around in clown shoes in those?
I have a
Seriously?
pair of those.
You don't? No.
Nah. They feel more like
Wait, I have a pair of those.
they are a little bit
Oh,
chunkier.
the wave runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are equally as clowny.
To me,
They're the one pair I have, and I actually kind of like them.
they're a little bit like a futuristic.
Yeah, like
90 to
they're
me.
like moon shoes.
Kind of, yeah. Like everyone says they're like a '90s chunky runner, and when I started seeing that, I get that, but it does have a little bit more of a like at least a current vibe to it, you know. Anyway, don't want to talk about your least favorite sneaker all
Oh, it's all
day.
good. They're like Air Mags, but not cool. You know, whatever.
Now I know the answer to. I know the answer to this question.
That's that.
Do you have any collections besides sneakers?
Yeah, I do.
Tell us about those.
I collect. Well, not so much anymore because I'm like giving them to my nephew. But I've been collecting baseball cards and baseball memorabilia my whole life. So I have a bunch of that stuff.
Nice
That is slowly leaving my
collection, possession.
dead, lifeless fingers. But, no, it's cool. Honestly, it was awesome to give some of that stuff to my brother's kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Be able
like
to pass that on.
He's
and,
like
yeah.
just getting super into baseball, and he
Yeah.
just got his first baseball card book with all the fucking sleeves. in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's getting really into it. So,
Yeah.
so
That's dope.
Yeah. But yeah, I collect that. I collect watches. I like Rolexes a bunch. I have a few of those.
Nice.
Not like a ton of them. As many as someone could.
Right. Where there's
Someone
there's one.
reasonably have,
I think that's a common thing even among sneaker collectors. It's like I collect sneakers, but like not like some people collect sneakers.
Yeah.
And some people look at me and my 160, 70 pairs and be like, "You're a fucking maniac," and other people will be like, "You fucking light work. You ain't even got shit in there." Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many GRs you pick up this month? 5.
Oh, it's a good one. Great fucking month.
It was. It
Well, we got
really.
pickups.
We do have pickups, but let's get through these questions.
Oh, I'm not trying to
first.
skip.
No, all good. Favorite MC or rapper or musician? If
Jeez. My father.
word.
He's not a rapper. Or
Okay.
An MC.
Musician?
He was a musician, yeah.
Okay, nice. What type of music is he?
Rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Guitar, sing.
Yeah, he was a guitar player and a singer.
Very cool. Anything we could hear on Spotify?
He was in the band Ram Jam for a
Ram
while.
Jam.
And it was after their like one hit wonder, that Black Betty song.
Oh, yeah, I know that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
My dad did some. He was on like 2 or 3 of their tracks on
Okay.
on like the next album or something like like after the
After that.
the
That's
hype,
dope.
right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but he sang a couple songs and then was
Yeah,
playing-
that song's
playing
been
some
placed
guitar
all
and shit.
over the place.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool. See, I did not know that at all. I would not have guessed
Yeah.
that asking that question would have found that story.
It's easier to answer it that way too, honestly.
I gotta move that question to the last one. Shoe you wish that they would re-release or retro?
the pigeons.
Oh.
The NYCs, though.
Do you
I
think
that would be
you
fucking
think
great, to be honest?
do you think they drop them as a high like they flipped with the tiffs?
Oh, I hope not, but I hate highs. But yeah,
I like
that-
the highs for the tiffs, but
I'd still-
I
but
don't
if they
think I
did, I'd
would
buy
like a high pigeon.
It would be cool. I'd be into it.
I'd fuck with a high black pigeon. I'll see it. Let me see it. Let me see
I
it.
don't hate that either.
You know,
actually.
I wouldn't be mad. I would cut them up and make a pigeon mask though. Jeff, let's talk. What's your guilty pleasure?
What's my guilty pleasure? Good Lord.
It's up to you how much you want to expose yourself here.
Man, well, probably, but whiskey. I don't know. Good.
Fair enough. You got a favorite whiskey?
They're good. I like Blue Label. Yeah, it's kind of
Nice, okay.
corny and like old white guy to say, but that's And I put an ice cube in it. Go fuck yourself.
Not a rock. Favorite cartoon character?
I like this question.
Randy Marsh from South Park.
Okay.
Wow.
There you go. One for South Park. Good. And I think he's already answered this question, but highs or lows?
Lows, for sure.
Who else should we invite on the show?
I think I told you we were talking about it earlier. My buddies from up in Oregon. I think you guys should have on. They run a company called Sunset Sneakers.
Sunset Sneakers.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Talking about this.
They've been blowing up. They're good guys too. I've known them for many, many years.
We'll check them out and reach out, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. And last one is going to lead into the next part, I'm guessing. What's your most recent pickup?
What's my rose? The plums.
Oh,
Oh man,
Yeah,
scored on
I
the
love
plums,
these.
huh?
The plums.
I love
yeah.
these.
Well,
I
So-
paid $20 over.
oh, that ain't shit. That's shipping.
That's good stuff.
Well, and then plus shipping.
Okay,
too.
but,
So
you know,
I'm just
you know.
saying, but like the price on the
Fair
shirt,
enough
you
to
know,
be
yeah.
to be clear, but like,
Yeah.
I think you're all right there.
Yeah, no, it was
You're
good. It
all
was
right
like
there.
$150 and they landed. I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah. Did you bring them with you today?
Yeah, they're here.
Oh, let's check those out.
Ooh, I just Scooby snagged the shit out of that.
Got some fucking oldies too.
Scooby snack.
Got a whole meal.
All right, where the fuck?
Oh boy. Yes, sir. Here, let me hold the box and you can pull that bad boy out. We probably just need one right now, right, Dano?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. These are much more awesome than I thought they were gonna be.
They're darker than I thought they would be.
If you want to work with that, like with the shoe
There we
opener.
go.
Gary, take it.
Yeah, here, let me see. Where are we at? Darker. See, I'm doing it even worse. Hey, just blocking your face. You a sneakerhead
No, it's
now. Here,
okay.
Dana will do it.
It's okay.
It's like ducking it. Good.
It's right in his face.
Right in his face. Sneakerhead.
Sneak ahead.
Yeah. They're great. And it's not, I think a common misconception with these, right, is that they're an SB.
They are not. They
They're
are
not.
just a. They are just a dunk.
Just a dunk, right? But they're great, and
I think-
I have a couple pairs of the older ones
Yeah.
that are, have jumped like crazy in fucking value. So these are great. They really are. I wore them today, actually.
Let me ask this. It's a fair misconception because we don't often see dunks in a low that are non-SBs.
Right.
Like
Not a lot
we
right
see
now.
non-SB dunks every so often,
Sure.
but even
ton that have
were
stuck.
dunks lows when they were basketball sneakers? I mean, how often did we see that?
No, but there were releases when
Because
I
dunks
was coming
are
in that were
classic
lows.
from like 1985.
83 before they were
83?
yeah, I
Even
think
more? Okay,
around
so
83 or
old
something
as
like
I am.
that. And don't quote me on that. Like it's
Sure.
around 83. That's cool.
Next week we'll bust that out. Maybe we'll do some homework and let them know.
Yeah, Nick, tell us what the hell we just.
Hey
yeah,
Nick,
yeah.
where you at? You got a few more boxes back there.
Yeah. Show and tell.
Yes. Please show.
I brought these lunar eclipses. Which are some of my favorites. These
Yeah,
are the
those are always-
these are the
look
easts,
so good.
not the wests. I do have one pair of the wests, but like not in my size. And I got them up in Oregon, but I like these ones a lot more.
It's a
personally.
beautiful pair.
Yeah.
Am I doing that? There you go.
Yeah, those are cool ones.
Now, you said these are the East. The West is reverse. Is that right?
It's a reverse, and it's got
It's a
some white-
3/4 moon?
It's got some white in it.
Ah.
Yeah, and different. The same but
Embroidered.
a different
Same-
colorway.
same,
You know
same,
what
but different, yeah. Which I love and hate because my completionist ass has to have them both. Like you said, you got them both, but you don't have them both in your size.
Exactly.
I have to have them.
I can't find the other ones in my size.
Oh, well, we're going to have to start a list
somebody
of
holler at
like guest grails. And if we find them, source, you know what I mean? Like people can reach out.
Guest grail.
Guest grails. Which,
Hey.
oh shit. Okay.
brought
See, quilted lining.
Some 04 heat.
Ooh. Oh.
I wish
So
they would have
plush.
done that more.
So plush.
That was in one of those P rods I got. Oh my god, it's really so high.
Which one?
Huh?
They did that on in a P rod?
They did a quilted lining in a P-rod?
Yeah. So with the red, it was like a. It was like a cement 3 colorway of the P rod. It was like it wasn't the first P rod. It was like 2.
Gotcha.
These are dope.
Yeah, those are great. Reese Forbes, Hunters.
Yeah, I've not really seen how much green it's on them until now.
That lining and that era of tongue, it hasn't quite gotten back to that. And with the zigzag stitch too. Whew.
Yeah.
The details on that are great.
It's still not quite as thick as these ones, though, with the Patagonias.
The Patagonias, yeah. I noticed those tongues the second you stepped out that car.
Yeah, they're
SB tongues don't look like that no more. Should we
not at all.
show them? Let's show them. Show them the on foot. Just the haters. Oh, there we go. That's a shot. Look at that.
Yeah, these colors are awesome. This reminds you of like a G.I. Joe. Like the colors on this.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Shipwreck.
Shipwreck.
I know my Joes.
I brought one more pair.
Ooh, yes.
Unfortunately, it's been the victim of a little spill.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you mentioned this, dude. Oh my god.
He also said that when I find out what pair it is, I'm going to be heartbroken. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Wait. Okay, so he told me there's a wine stain on his purple pigeon. Let me see this. Let me see if I can see it through the goggles. Oh.
He's got the goggles back on.
It's mostly on the laces, and on this other one, it's all on the laces. It's not on any of it.
That's great.
Right?
I think I might could at least help the situation with the Rejuvenator wipe.
Right.
We'll get you taken care of.
Yeah.
And laces. We got
Yeah,
you. You'll be
that's
wearing those again real soon.
just laces,
It's much lighter than I anticipated. I'm glad to see. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, dude, I thought like a whole fucking half bottle got
Yeah,
spilled.
oh,
in
yeah.
this shit.
No, but anything sucks.
yes, I have to
Yeah,
agree
I
because
understand.
I broke
Yeah.
them out of the box that night.
I
Yeah.
picked up the Tokyo exclusive Air Max Light 2s that Atmos dropped, like the black windbreaker joints, and I was spray painting in them, and I got little flecks of gray spray paint all over them shits. Nobody else is tripping off of it, but I definitely had to order a second pair because I was like, no, I'm not. Do it now. I got them at retail. Like, fuck it. All I got to do is bust out Google Translate. Now I can't do that because Nike changed the rules. You can't order, if you're in the States, you can't order Nike products from Europe or Asia anymore. Really? Yeah, that started
new
January
decree.
1st. Yes, salty. What was it? Oh, yeah, pickups. And you got through yours. So let me get Dano's here.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got the All-Star Jordan 34s.
Okay.
You want me to just hold this so you can open the box and get the shoe out?
I think you flip it around the other way.
Oh, say where?
I got one. This is the first like new Jordan I've given a shit about. I don't care about like post-retirement Jordans. But dude, these. I don't know what else. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
a
can't
good one.
put shoes in these foggy goggles.
like it's got a whole fucking. It's got all these logos, like these old logos that were on Jordans before. I don't know how we can get these.
Probably too dark, too cloudy. It's not so bad in here.
Yeah, you can see like.
Yeah, there you go. All in the details.
Yeah, and like.
I like the use.
quilted-
Yes, there it is. And what's the name for that plate in the midst?
Eclipse plate.
The eclipse
metallic
plate. Yeah.
Eclipse plate is nuts.
Yeah, it's a cool shoe.
Yeah, it's the first like modern Jordan that I've ever like and like this one in particular, like this white leather back here, so plush. And this airbag is so. This is my what third pair of
I think so. Yeah.
34s, but this one in particular looks amazing.
This is the one that I think I would go after, mainly because of the use of the leather, and the quilting, of course.
Yeah, they like really killed it with this.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Very nice.
I don't own any 34s. It's a nice one though.
There.
Thank you. And what did you get? You brought some goodies.
I do have a few goodies here. Few goodies. Let's see. This one? Oh, what's this?
It's my plum.
Oh, that's your plums. Let me give you that back.
Here's your plums back.
I'm trying to touch my plum.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. Oh, there. You know what? I'm more of a pluot guy.
What the fuck?
I knew it.
So, we were talking on a couple episodes ago
Oh,
that maybe I
Mr.
wouldn't
yeah,
get these.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Impatient.
They came in, man. They came
Oh
in.
shit.
Oh yeah.
The Boba Fett's.
They are a little Boba Fetty.
Those are fire.
Bro.
Now,
New cut. Look at that mustard.
yeah, it's
swoosh.
the
Yeah,
recraft.
it's a good one.
And this is also the first pair of recrafts that came in the right size box. I don't know if you know this, Kyle, but the new 90s come in a little retro dingo box, and
No,
they
just,
are
that's
smashed up
fire.
tour boxes
Okay, so
every
you
time.
did fit on the other one, so it was
Yes,
profit.
Profit. They
Bro.
won't let me put profit on one tongue, even though you're allowed to have 5 letters.
What?
It's
It's one of those words. It's
apparently profit's a dirty word for a corporation. I don't know.
A little too Jesus-y, probably.
No, because it's PROFIT.
yeah.
Just saying.
They got all sorts of red
It's a
Could be.
little too spiritual
Could be.
for them, I think.
Maybe.
Really like the materials on this, dude.
I'm really happy with those.
I gotta
I'm
get me
surprised
some
at the light gum is kind of like an aged icy sole.
That does not, to me, say like gum. So you got a not like real gum.
No, they had 2 options, which is
Yeah.
like the classic gum and the light gum.
Oh, wait,
That's
no,
the
no.
light.
This
gum?
is the light
Yeah.
gum. Yeah.
It's cool for now.
kinda honey.
It should age, right?
Like if I had
It
known
looks
that,
aged already though.
Yeah.
right?
You know,
I like the.
for sure.
You said honey. It looks like you stepped in honey.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but if I had known that and I had ordered these with purple instead of the red, these would be a nice kind of like there's sauce and flour and purple, like a
purple
little
instead of
yeah,
red.
and this looks a little bit like
Yeah.
a nice rosin there, maybe.
Get your Rosin pair.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm reaching. But I still have a few more things. A few more things to share. Now, it's coming
shit.
real soon, but I'm doing a project with Reebok for the Tom and Jerry release, and they sent me a very cool box. Now it's kind of tight in here. I'm gonna try to do this without knocking anything
what are you
over.
gonna do with that? Yeah.
So
Can't believe that's even in the same room with
Which camera
us.
are we on right now?
I'm gonna go super wide.
Let me know if I can help.
Probably over here more. Nope.
Not on top of the bomb.
I know. That's why
I'm staring at him.
Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
Right there, right? Okay. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
See that? There you go. Can you pull?
Yeah, I'll do that part.
Keep an eye on Tom's face in that little window there. It's really fucking
I'm gonna
cool.
go to that.
Awesome.
You're gonna do it again. Do it from the other way so they can see the mouse. Jury. Show them jury. We framed up right?
No, we're here now.
Oh. Oh, I can't move like that. So, you got it?
Pull the thing.
There you go.
You pull it, Gary.
I pull it.
Yeah, it's so dope.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Hold this again one time, Dana, so I can pull this out. Came with really cool card here. Sorry, hold that for a second, Dana. We're on the Y. Where are we at? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Dopeness. Let's get to the good shit. Tom and Jerry Reebok crew neck.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Clean, right? Very nice. Actually, I'm kind of impressed with this because it's almost like a neoprene, so it's not going to pill on the inside. Yeah, tag on the inside.
Nice.
Let's get to the goods. These bad boys, and I am going to get both of them because they are not the same on the back. We'll see these. Let me show Kyle first with the cross baseball bats on one side. And the exclamations on the other. Just some really cool details in this pair of Instapump Furies. Now you can see I've already worn these a couple of times.
Those are cool, man.
Where we at? Right there. Oh. It's kind of a tight space. We usually don't have such a hard time with our pickups, but
Give me this out of my life.
so these are available now on Reebok.com. You ain't gonna get this lovely box. I hate to break your heart, but the box that they do come in is really cool as well. It's the classic Reebok box with Tom and Jerry and the implements all over it. Now, remember that trick that you played earlier? Like, hey, this is a shoe box, but there's not shoes in it. Kind of the same. There's no shoes in here. But what is in here is some things for you, my man. We got a copy of the Art of Sneakers book. We have a Freehand Profit Rejuvenator laundry kit. Help you clean up some of them wine stains.
Fuck out of here.
And,
That's all you need to clean up those wine teeth, actually, right there.
Actually, and I'm going to give you some wipes, too, because I think the wipes are the way to go.
Great, dude. Thank you.
I should remind everybody out there, too, to go to freehandprofit.com and click Patreon. Sign up for my Patreon every month. You'll get a reward depending on which tier you sign up for. It could be stickers, pins, T-shirts. And I have some pins for you, Kyle. You already have a few. You're the only collector who's every one of your masks there's a pin for.
Yeah.
The first one that we did for Patreon, we started January of 2019, was the Grim Reaper. We did the Triceratops for April because of 420. Did the mags. I don't remember when we did the mags, but we have all three colorways there, which the San Jose colorway and the hoverboard colorway were Patreon exclusives, or you have to luck out and maybe I have some for sale at like a designer con or sneaker con. And
Thank you.
of course, the Doom mask in the classic colorway, Mad Villainous and the Marvelous colorways.
Oh, that's super cool.
Have I already given you the hologram mag stickers?
You have not.
Dude, the
Oh, you're
biggest
gonna love
sticker.
this. This is, I had to go hard on that. This is also what I hope to be. I haven't started the model yet, but I think that's going to be the base for a future art toy or vinyl figure of some sort, maybe a resin figure.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I also have a note and a gift from my wife.
Tell me it's to the dog.
It is absolutely for the dogs, and I told her to send me this because if there's things that I love, it's weed, sneakers, and dogs.
Yeah, me too.
My wife is absolutely in love with your dog. I mean, I love them too, but she's had a chance to spend a few weekends with them,
Oh, they love
pet
her
sitting.
too. That's for sure.
And I have seen that, and it is a trip because I just such great dogs. So, and Betsy sent over the pictures that she had drawn of them, and I love that as well. So here
that's
are
crazy.
some stickers and a note from my wife.
Amazing for the dogs. Look at
Yes.
these. Jamie's gonna love these. Awesome. Thank you, Betsy. You're a sweetheart. Betsy comes over to help us, by the way, and babysit the dogs. The dogs. Sorry for a couple days while we're gone.
Of
right?
course.
And we come back to like a gift from her essentially, which is just crazy, right? Because like she was helping us. It's not typically how it works, but she
loves those dogs so
an
much.
unreal human.
She really does.
She painted that picture of them, and it's,
Yes.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Dano, I do have some pictures, some maybe better pictures of those Reebok Instapump Furies. Should we flip through those real quick?
Do it. I feel like we're all getting. Do you need a water?
I could drink a water
or
for
any
sure.
more bourbon. Hey, you're the only person that can do that right now. And I hate to ask you.
Oh,
if you guys are guests. I hate to do
We're
that.
kind of parked in here.
If I were to move, this show's over.
It's gonna all come crumbling down.
Yeah, like if you guys could see how
Hey, you gotta sweeten it up.
sweet in the pot. No. I guess. Yeah. I just would like to reiterate that he just said air down.
That we need buzzers and bells that go off.
No confetti. I hate confetti.
I gotta say, switch over to the slide real quick, Dano. I was so hyped when Reebok reached out to have me be a part of this project because I had already seen like previews of this pack. Yeah, I'll do a Modelo. Actually, no, water.
And water.
And water. Yeah, there you go. I probably shouldn't be drinking too much with my antibiotics.
Splash the beer on it. It'll go away.
There you go. Splash it on there. But yeah, because I saw pictures of this
we had a
pack, and I
camera
just
on
think
camera.
it's
This is so good.
so good.
He has his
Armful of liquids, whatever we need.
Yeah.
Fucking thirsty. He's pouring some milk.
AKA the oh Jesus, the thirst trap.
Too
Bourbon for
good.
you.
Thank you.
A beer or water for you.
Thank you, sir.
A water
I'll
for
tie
you.
this.
Thank you. This is going
Beer or
down.
water. All right, we're good.
Yeah, like why in the show? Just because we're all like, I heard us all like,
Yeah, I think everybody out there is thanking us because they could hear our lips scraping across our teeth.
Oh, great. It's like that.
Oh God, I hope not. Yeah, let me just finish this thought real quick. So yeah, Reebok
is
reached
the
out, and I was
spiciest
hyped because
water.
I had already seen this pack, and when they said, "Yeah, we want you to do something for this collection," I was like, "Instapump Furies, let me add them. Them shits is fire." I think like it's this type of storytelling that makes me fall in love with sneakers, and like sometimes it's a little over the top, but it's a fucking cartoon inspiration. Like it should be over the top. Like
It's
it
not
fits
the sneaker you want to wear every day, but it's certainly a sneaker you want to have.
in the
They
collection.
really had fun with it. They had fun.
They're
with it.
actually quite comfortable too, and cozy
It's a
because
solid
it's like a
shoe.
fleece blanket wrapped around your foot.
I'd wear them.
Yes.
To be
Oh
clear.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Hey, I
it's
like
just
it.
not like
I
I don't.
No,
think it'd
you-
be my everyday.
you're
but I
gonna get
still
looks.
like that box though and shit. Like you
It's
gotta
so
have
fire,
that in the
right?
closet. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I actually don't keep shoe boxes anymore, but that one, I haven't seen one as nice as that since a few Diodora Highly Addicted where it came in the blister pack.
Yeah.
Nasty.
It's like a friends and family box. You know?
This crew neck is really nice. I'm looking forward to rocking that more. We just did the photo shoot this week. I was in the studio till like 3 a.m. shooting this motherfucker. It's gonna be worth it. I just gotta finish a few more illustrations. Yes, illustrations. All right, let's talk. What's going on in sneakers, man? All-Star Weekend was this weekend. And there was lots of hype. We had new Fear of Gods. We had new Yeezys. We had Yeezy fucking quantum basketball joints that were rumored to release for I don't know how long. And we've been waiting, and they finally chose it. They also chose to drive through the streets of Chicago in armored tanks.
And these ridiculous looking things. These are crazy looking. This would cause a panic.
That's honestly like I saw someone tweet along that line like how did this not just cause panic to people who didn't know what was going on, like that either we were being invaded or there was some type of ice like roundup. Like this is like a terrifying thing. It's not like it says Yeezy on the side. The least you could do is put a decal on the side. And I know we're trying to be mysterious, but
I'm not gonna deny that.
I guess nothing. No one was concerned.
I was in Spain. I literally have no.
Not giving a fuck. You didn't even hear about.
I'm not even kidding.
Let me. We're gonna tell you all about this, Kyle.
Yeah,
what would you think if you saw this driving? You
like a movie is being filmed.
Okay, fair enough, because
Yeah,
we are out in Hollywood and LA.
Right?
But if you lived in Chicago,
No.
if you lived in Wicker Park,
some shit's going down.
yeah, right. This is a government vehicle coming in to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's not cool. But that's
This is like Black Ops fucking.
and it's what?
This is a Yeezy release. They were giving out Yeezys. This Yeezy out of the back.
Good for him.
I like this shoe. I question the tactics. Again, like this photo, I think says some things.
Yeah.
Man, you know.
I'm sure it was fun.
I don't even know.
Sneaker
Yeah,
news.
my first word is this seems
incredible.
orderly.
Yeah, it did seem a little
Yeah.
orderly.
This seems like a nice thing to
Because
do.
I gotta say, if you're driving through my town in one of these, I feel like I'm gonna be on top of that.
Yeah.
What if you're driving slow?
or expecting to get maybe food and not a new pair of
Was this a
Yeezys?
maneuver on their part to protect
Right? It looks
themselves
crazy
because
on it.
they know they couldn't
like,
just
why
do
would
it
you
in
run
like a
in
tour
there?
bus? They would tip it
Maybe
over.
they home.
Was this a defensive strategy?
You know, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they knew that they were dropping shit. I mean, I don't know. It looks like there's a group of people in there that maybe thought they were giving food away.
That could
And
be.
then-
All right,
And
and then there was
you know,
this.
like-
This what happened. It was at least 2 people were seen taking off pairs of Fear of God. One,
Canary Fear Gods.
I thought one was.
Those were
I know they were both yellow,
No, well,
One pair was yellow.
One pair was the
Yeah.
yellow Canaries,
which is a dope pair.
which is it's a friends and family release. It was like a Complex Con fucking release. Like, that is suspicious, and I think that's why Sneaker News and other outlets were suspicious of. Were these, and I don't know if we even got the actual story, but we also didn't see the whole video in the sense of like he took that shoe, he got a shoe, and then they drove off.
Yeah.
We've also seen some people saying that they were checking your shoe
sizing,
size to
yeah.
make sure that the size that you were asking for was your size. Other people are saying they were making you wear them. I wonder how reasonable it is to ask people to take off their sneakers in 1 degree weather.
But I also have been living in LA for a while, and I used to be in Virginia in a t-shirt and 20, 30 degrees. So fuck, you know, if you bred like that, and you know, Chicago's bred like that, so
It's not for me.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna catch Los Angelinos.
I like to be.
You should see the jacket that I brought today, and it's like 70 goddamn degrees. There's a fucking fur collar on the bitch.
Sorry,
true.
You look good, bud.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, this is more of that.
Oh yeah.
Ingram got his signed by
Yeah.
Yeezy at the All-Star
Yeah.
game. That was a
And then
smooth move.
More of them.
Yes, and actually, I wish I had the shot of them. I
And
didn't
then
find.
played in 'em?
I sent you
Is
that
that
You
what happened?
did. You did, but it was like
Yeah.
the one that I guess they put all the graphics over, and I was looking for the one with just the sneaker sign. It was kind of nice because where he signed it and how he signed it, it's just like a red line in the middle. I'm like,
Nice.
that should be on the shoe, really. Like,
It looked
like
good,
it looked
right?
good.
Yeah.
Like, put that on there.
Fire.
Dope pair of fives.
Dope pair of Protros.
Yeah, I heard something that these might come out in Europe or something.
There were rumors, and actually says that on the screen. If I can just tilt my head to read that. Hold on one second. The rumor was that a retailer in Europe currently has these dropping on March 26th. Obviously, that may change. That may not be the case. That may have already been put to a halt. We shall see. Dano, you love your 34s, but you weren't happy to see the white cement 34s?
No, because they look more like a
3,
white
not a
cement
4.
3 and not more like a white cement
I get
4,
that.
which
I
is-
would have loved to have seen
What
this.
nods they have made to it is like it is a 34, and they've done a 33, and they did like a nod to the 3 and the 32 with a nod to the 2.
They
like,
did.
so,
They
like,
didn't do this
if you're
for
gonna
the
do that,
33,
do
which
it
is
like that.
weird.
And I would like it. Like do the little black speckle shit and like
I can dig
you
that.
kill that.
But I think this looks fantastic.
There's already
And it's got the
webbing going
quilted
on.
tongue.
It's still a nice looking shoe.
Yeah, I love this shit.
This isn't the one for me.
I don't love it.
And then Doncic always has these low versions of them. So
Oh,
you go
it's
back,
not
like,
even
you
the
get-
same.
No.
Yeah.
Doncic has low versions.
That I think I like the low version better, but Zion's got that quilted tongue like your all-star. I want
Yeah, that's
both
it.
of them
That's-
shits. And go have them. There's no word of these dropping, right? They're gonna keep these.
I've not heard of
PEs,
the. Yeah, I think that these are PEs
Those are
for
pretty
him.
tight.
right? A sucker for elephant print. Right after everyone scored or took L's on their off-white 5s, Virgil wasted no time to let you know that that's not good enough. These are coming, maybe. Don't you wish you had these instead? What do you think, Dano?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think about these, man? Any improvement over the, or is this is a downgrade or an upgrade?
Okay, you posed a question now. They're an
Okay.
upgrade.
They're an upgrade because it's a new color. That's all. That's all. Dano's like
Yeah.
monosyllabic at this point. Nothing. This doesn't give you like.
All right. That's what I mean.
At first, I was like, "Oh, I like that," and now I'm kind of looking at it, and it looks like a rooster.
It looks like a rooster. Yeah. Now, imagine them put together.
Oh man.
But
oh, I mean,
it's,
maybe I'll just fucking get him and make a chicken mask.
Yeah.
And then fight Peter Griffin.
With feathers.
This is a fucking multiverse. Yep. This is definitely not how I would rock him. I mean, I guess he would know best, but does he?
It looks
Is that what this shows?
Fucking, like chunky, don't they?
Well, the pants,
I think,
bell bottom
yeah.
things. that's
Yeah.
what it
Is that
is.
what's
Flare out,
doing it?
yeah. Yeah, it's the breakaway
But is
pants.
that Futura's writing on them?
It's like a pair of
Is it?
Skechers to me.
There you go.
Damn.
It was said.
Sorry, I was.
These are
No.
fun- these are cool colors. Is that
You
satin
like
on the
that?
top?
Is that satin at the top? No, it's just quilted leather.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. That looks
Yes.
like leather.
I can hang with those ones. What's a bit
I'm
much?
not with this,
It's a
man.
bit
Yeah.
much.
Look at this fucking mismatched ass
Oh,
shit.
Go back to those Paris Jordans.
Okay.
So yeah,
Skip
move
right
on
past
from
those.
your knee to the DR ones. These are actually looking. So these are for girls only, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So they look thicker in the midsole.
Yes, they do.
And that collar. In
I
the
like
back,
the collar, man. I'm glad
the
you
collar
said
in the
that.
back is totally has a different look to it. I need Jen's gonna have to have a pair of these. These are gonna be her classy little Jordan ones.
There's a
The
shop.
materials. are
There's a
good.
shop out in Northern California. I want to say it's Oakland, but I think it's technically Alameda, called Prestige, and I feel like they use the same font and they spell it PRSTG. So like every time I see this, I'm like, oh, that's Prestige. No, that's not it. That's a Paris thing. But shout out to Prestige because those dudes are dope. What up,
Worldwide.
Naka?
Prestige worldwide.
Boats and hoes. Why can't I remember old boy's name?
Mr. Black Welder.
No, Slockwalder.
This guy, Mr.
Mr.
Backmeter.
Slackmeter?
Yeah, something like that. It's
Yeah.
from,
Space Jam. I
yeah.
can't look it up because it's my phone's doing time lapse out
I
there.
get it. I don't know. I forget the name too. But
I
know what you're talking about.
I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, yeah.
I got it.
I got it.
I got
Those are
it.
too much.
I like them better than the Monstars though.
I do too. I like these colors more, and then when they just dropped today, I was like,
Maybe.
I didn't.
You would wear those?
He loves
I did.
LeBrons.
Yeah, I
you
could
would
wear
get-
something
you'd
like
get
this.
on that. Yeah.
I could wear these. Yes.
Okay. All right.
But again, I did.
That's funny.
I
Bro,
did not get them.
That is green hat with an orange bill status. I'm just saying, like that's out there.
Yeah, it is.
Green hat, orange bill.
I think that's a
That
fact. There's no
That's
subtlety here.
That's
No.
a crazy ass pair of shoes. Like,
Yes,
what,
that's a great
what are you
image.
trying to pull off? Like the alien look?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
Like,
actually what it is.
You know?
It's like an alien. It's an alien.
You saw it. You saw Space Jam, right?
It's the villain from
Yeah.
Space Jam. So that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But
Those
brought into
swirls
real
in the
life,
You
Yes.
know, it's again,
it's a lot.
it's cool. I mean, that shit's not bad.
This is the Kawhi signature New Balance that they just announced during All Star Weekend.
I was quick to point out the sound wave on the ankle.
Yeah, does that work for you?
It is his laugh.
Is it?
It is the.
You can. Aren't there
It's
like
that-
apps
yeah,
for your
it's
phone that
that.
you can read sound waves like a barcode?
No, Nico did it. Nico made
Oh,
it.
really?
Like did a sound wave analyst of the laugh, and it came up just like that.
Oh, that's so
and I
good.
was like, okay, we're done doing research on that. It is totally that.
Okay. I love this pattern on
I like
the panel.
huge New Balance on the back. Do you have a back shot?
I do believe. Look at this sole. The sole is absolutely stunning. Got kind of weatherman vibes. Kind
Yeah.
of like an ice dye.
It's got kind of an Avatar vibe to it.
There you go. I got
like
no
the
ass
little-
shot, but I do see the B. We see the N on the other side, of
The
course.
big molded logo on the back.
Tongue's pretty wild. I'll be interested in seeing like other colorways of this.
Are they gonna do that?
I would imagine. I mean, this will
Probably,
be
right,
his
yeah.
signature shoe. I imagine this is the first colorway that we'll see released. Probably see a few colorways of it this season. Very interesting. Some of the patterns and that they actually repeated here onto the track.
Mm-hmm.
The BB Adapt 2.0 in red.
Yeah, these are nuts.
These are so fucking fire, and this is a gamer exclusive, so you can only get these through playing NBA 2K. And
Wow.
like I don't,
that work?
but I might pick this shit up just for these motherfucking shoes. But realistically, I don't have time for that, and I'd be better paying
What do you mean only
resale.
If you play that? How does
Like
that
it's a
work?
gamer unlock. Like you can't purchase it unless you're playing NBA
Do you have
2K
to
and
achieve
sign.
something in the game?
I'm sure there's some type of like requirement.
So confused.
That's because you don't game.
Not at all.
It's brilliant. I mean, I don't have enough time
What,
to do
you?
it right, but
Gamer nerd.
yeah, no, 100%. I'm a gamer nerd. I just wish I had more time to do it.
Before you pulled into the parking lot, he's like, "Wait, I gotta finish kicking this guy's ass really quick." before
I
he gets here."
did. Like my phone's over there.
legit.
Otherwise, I'd
You
have
don't
Marvel
play
Contest
the
of
fucking
Champions.
Mario Kart on your phone.
I play one game and one game only.
I don't have any games.
Little Blades of Glory reference there.
Yeah, lovely bumps. Yeah.
Marvel Contest of Champions all day
okay.
for the last 4.5 years.
I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Mario
Kinda.
Kart games fucking. great.
I mean,
Just
Mario.
saying,
That sounds quite tempting, but
Mario, whatever you want.
Where the fuck you want?
depends on where you're from, right?
I suppose.
Yeah, you
Everybody.
said Jersey.
I think I'm wrong.
You said
The more I
think I'm
say
wrong.
it, and the more people look at me like, "Huh? Fuck did you just say?" The more it's
starts just screaming. It's open to interpretation until he tells me different. It's Mario.
oh, man.
I love this shoe in red, like especially with that red suede and then that heel cup.
It looks wild. It looks
gnarly.
totally different than the black.
I want this pair of shoes, and I want the whole fit from Canada and Akira, the bike and the leather with the giant pillow in the back, all day. I'm ready for that future. What you think about these Air Force Ones?
Have we
Dan?
talked about these before? No.
We have, but I guess everyone's maybe a little bit more excited because
Why?
now
they
we
come
know
with
that they also
laces?
come with laces that say Supreme
give
on
them
them.
laces.
You think this was an afterthought? No. I do have to say I checked out Supreme's lookbook for the upcoming collection, and I'm hype on a lot of it because they have some dope ass Rommel Z shit. But this is definitely not it. This is
Isn't that kind of what they do though? Like,
depends. I don't know. No. Like I
You want that?
I
tool
was
chest?
not. I do want that tool chest so bad. I
just
was.
buy a white one and spray paint it.
That's what
red.
Frankie
That's what
said.
Frankie's like, dude,
If
I don't
I'm
know what the
doing
fuck
that,
it's
I'm gonna do like my own graphic. But the thing is I don't really want the work. I just want like, you know what I mean? It's a fucking
What you're
really
paying
nice
for.
tool chest.
No,
Exactly.
they're cool.
It depends on the price point. Like,
If
you know
I
what I
had
mean?
a spot for it in the garage, I'd probably,
what I'm saying,
I'd probably
yeah.
be into it. Yeah.
If you spend every day in the studio, you'd probably be like, yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
right?
You know what I mean? Like
Used tools.
knowing that like it would show up in like videos and stuff.
You
Knowing that it's a
betcha.
tax deductible.
And
Probably.
in black. Good for them.
Yeah, exactly. Just in
yeah.
case you want to rob for your next Supreme purchase. Because you know you ain't doing nothing good in no black Air Force Ones.
I do like those laces though.
You like the black ones?
I'm not gonna lie, the laces look cool on black shoes. But
There you go. See, warmed them up a little bit. Now
Okay,
I brought
now
those to
see-
bring this up.
Now, see, you're talking about one of my favorite.
This is not
models now.
necessarily what the shoe is going to look like. This
No,
is
no,
just the model. It's the Air Max TN, aka the Air Max Plus.
Well, I
Depending on
don't
which
like what
era.
they just did with the tailwind, so I'm not thinking that I'm really gonna like what they do.
I wasn't crazy what they did with the 95s. I think, I mean, I have their 5s. The camo 5s, I think, is one of the best sneaker collabs that they've done. The Dunks, you're not into the Dunk Lows that they got, the 2012s or 2002 joint, elephant print on a Dunk Low.
cements,
Yeah.
elephants, of course.
That's
yeah, they're fun.
classic joints, right?
Actually, I just sold, or my buddies at that from Sunset Sneakers
Yeah.
sold a used pair of those, the white and blue.
Oh, nice.
Elephant prints. For like $1,500,
Ooh,
like that. And
shit.
honestly, I didn't wear them once or twice either. Like,
Damn.
You know,
Broken in.
They held value well.
Well, and the nice thing with
I
the-
didn't beat the shit out of them either.
Yeah. Nice thing about the Dunks is you don't have to worry about the midsole crumbling.
Can we load some shit in the Jeep?
Absolutely. Here,
Where are we right now?
why don't you handle that? I'll keep
The-
swiping through slides.
What do we got right now? We both have the same sauce from.
Yeah, you
Peeve,
need
right? The forbidden.
you need the
grapefruit?
pens though, right?
Oh, it smells so good.
We got some watermelon 95s coming out. You an Air Max guy at all, Kyle?
You know, yes and no. It
Yes and no.
depends. It
Which
depends.
do you are you?
Yeah,
is there a
please
certain model
elaborate.
that you like? Yeah.
I mean, I like the Witherspoons.
Okay.
That came out. So
Yeah.
like, but aside from that, that's probably the only Air Max in that style that I like. But I like ones.
Ones.
You know,
Classic.
yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Is that soul maybe? Because the Witherspoon's
Maybe.
got that same soul. Could be. Could be. Maybe it's the right. I always feel like
It might be.
people don't realize it, but a lot of times they're really choosing shoes that are a good fit for your foot.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I love 90s because they just fucking feel right, and then you
Said
fall
that
in
so
love.
many
with-
times,
Yeah.
dude. But something about a fresh pair of 90s lately, like when I get a fresh pair and they're
Yeah.
like made out of the right materials,
Yeah.
like the Be True ones.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, you step into those and it's
Preach.
like this is how
The
these are
recrafts
supposed to
feel great,
I'm
too.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
soft all over.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
stopped
there's
buying.
other pairs, like I got those green Python ones.
Those are
Not
stiff.
nearly as
Those are
You
stiff.
know what I mean? Like when they're
Yeah.
made out of the right materials, like they're supposed to.
Those I feel
Originally
like
came.
will be good, maybe broken in more, because if I think back to the anniversary snakeskin, the dusty cactus joints, it's a little bit softer leather, but it does break down and break in and become even softer.
It's been sitting on him for like last minute. As I
Not
do
even
this,
looking
'cause
at
I'm
the
not
shoes?
doing this, it's
You're not
just
even
you
looking-
at us talking. That's what happens when I get.
You know, look. So
You're smoking some oil. It is what it is.
exactly. So these watermelon 95s are coming out. This is a lot
All right,
of.
so you brought these up.
That's a lot.
Well, you've been like watermeloned out. You have your undefeateds right now. Chill out and do your watermelon with that.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
and,
do your watermelon
I'm
with
good.
undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wear some dark shit, but that's fucking bright.
This may be a little bit too bright.
That's a lot.
I can get that.
That's a lot.
These Air Max 720s are coming out with the quilted top, and this time with a metallic gold heel accent. They're actually the 720 818s. Shout out to the Valley. These are fresh. I'm not usually one for a full airbag like that, but I've caught a few colorways of these that have got my attention. And I think that sole looks interesting, man. Like a topographical map.
Still like a fucking moon shoe.
Yeah,
Too much
it is.
salt.
It is definitely like a lot of space there.
Looks like you cooked an ostrich egg inside of an avocado.
What?
It's that last one. Go back to that last.
Okay. Yeah.
An
Yeah.
ostrich egg, though. I'm just
I could
wondering
see-
why that's the kind of egg you decide.
Well, I'm just saying, what's weird?
What's
Like,
weird?
what
He just
wouldn't
went with
be-
the weird
what
shit.
wouldn't be white? It would, and I think pretty sure it is.
This
But, still.
motherfucker.
But you want some of this?
I'm gonna
Shit.
roll another joint.
Yes,
Okay.
please,
Yeah.
please do. I'll.
You guys smoke spliffs or no?
Yes. I'll stick with this.
Oh, I've smoked 2 of them in here already, so
Oh, that's alright.
Oh,
No.
sure.
Yeah, you're fine.
With tobacco?
a little bit.
What? Yeah, I would have smoked them.
Oh, okay.
I'm all,
I
what?
thought you were about to get mad.
No.
No.
Which quite honestly is why I didn't tell you I was doing it in the first place.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, because I'll still smoke blunts, but I
Maybe
just
that's
like
why I,
if it
no,
poses
I
a
did
oh,
have a
shit.
different reaction to some of the smoke in the room earlier. I was like,
There's not that much tobacco in it at all, but like hardly at all.
I could feel something. That's when I was like, whoa, I'm really high.
It's the only way to get the proper amount of hash in the joint.
Okay.
I think.
We all got our own techniques, right?
Maybe,
Okay.
Maybe it's an excuse.
I understand that as well.
Dano,
Talk to me.
we're down to the 90s, bro. You know, this is what I've been waiting. I'm still salty because I've only seen that purple, or I should say Persian Violet Air Max 90 drop on East Bay, and they sold out that morning, which I don't know how, because where the fuck is the hype? Nobody's talking about these shits. I thought I was the only one who fucking wants these shit. Why are you guys chasing GRs? Why are GRs sold out? You can only find them in kids sizes on fucking Nike. Salty as fuck. But here comes another ACG colorway that I also have to have. So fire. The materials are really interesting. These pictures don't really show it off as well, but the suede is nice and thick. It's that ACG kind of suede, tougher materials, of course.
The ACG color and the rope laces. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. They're doing a couple
Such
colors
a
of this
cool
ACG thing.
color combo. And you got your little ACG hiker.
Yeah.
Right?
With
That
the
dude
matching
smokes
shoes,
weed,
by the
I
way.
guarantee it.
The matching shoes. Huh?
Yeah, he also eats like a lot of granola.
Oh, there's granola and shrooms in his backpack.
Yeah.
All right, wait. What's going on over here with this jar? You're rubbing what
Hold
now?
on over here with the jar.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of hash on the side of it.
And then you're rubbing the paper in there.
I'm just scraping the sides of the jar. That's all. There's hash on the side of the jar. I'm scraping it.
This is not usual practice for me. That's why I'm pointing it out.
Dano's fascinated. I get that. You know, like, okay, if we have some extra sauce on our dab tool, we'll wipe
Yeah.
it on a paper and then roll it up. Same kind, but he's got a little bit of a pattern of behaviors here that have formed a wall of hash around his jar.
Exactly.
That makes sense. When there you go. Take a whiff.
Oh.
I can't wait till there's smell-o-vision. This show's gonna skyrocket in.
Yeah.
fucking-
It's not.
Yeah,
you just need to be able to
exactly.
see the way that it moves around.
Would
It's
that
like-
work
it's
with
like-
some restock? Can we make
It's almost becoming a
recycled?
dough.
Oh, you probably could because you could put terps on it. Stickers out of scratch and sniff weed stickers.
You can do scratch and sniff, but like the terpenes aren't
Too expensive, right? No, you don't get no
Thank you
smell
for
from that.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you can't. I think the terpenes that you use to make a scratch and sniff sticker are just kind of bunk. It's like the same reason the vape pens aren't that rad.
okay.
I don't know that you could put into a scratch and sniff like the top layer of a sauce extract, for instance. I
Right.
think it would have to be like like a artificial terpene. It's hard
Gotcha.
to call things artificial.
Yeah.
That really aren't artificial, but or like a vapor distilled terpene.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. An essential oil type of thing? No, I don't. I'm reaching.
Yeah, a terpene is an essential oil. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
reaching. I'm
that's
just trying to
that's what
figure out.
smells. That's what
Trying to
smells.
develop cannabis for men over here.
Talk to Method Man.
Exactly.
But yeah, it the other kind, that vapor distilled terpene, for me, it's more like a potpourri. It's not like pot. It's like
Right.
It's like potpourri.
Potpourri.
It's just different.
In this ass shot, you can see some of that quality suede. So if you like a nice hairy ass,
The blue
these
suede.
Air Max 90s are for you. These, Dano, you like orange? These do it for you?
No.
Okay, well then we'll just skip past these because they don't do it for me. How about these Easter vibes, bro?
No, these are way too bright. Like I
Too
can't
bright?
handle this right now.
He can't handle it. It's
Yeah.
too bright, folks. Okay, well,
Okay, excited for
be
the
ready
IDs.
for Monday,
Yeah.
24th. Air
this
Max
pair.
90 by you.
I'm excited to make
Not
a
this
pair
pair,
with,
probably.
Speckle midsole for sure.
This one right here.
no. I'm gonna
Oh,
probably
Speckle
use some
for
Speckle.
sure. Speckle's nice.
I like those.
This is beautiful.
Make some fun options.
I already have all red Air Max 90
Yeah.
IDs, but I kind of like might have to do these too.
This fool hasn't even opened his beer yet, and then that's what I thought. That's what I thought caused that.
I'm almost done with mine. You're lucky you just opened that. I was about to have that one too.
You help yourself, sir. I do apologize that I can't get you.
No, listen,
a
these
fan.
guys have a very impressive refrigerator filled with delicious things. So I'm more than happy.
Excellent.
You guys should come and raid that shit.
How do these make you feel, Kyle?
Not good, dude.
Not good. Too bright for you?
Like I'm in the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he feels.
I love these.
I think he feels alarmed. Possibly.
I think-
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Do you see the bright color that's on my sneakers right now?
Yeah,
You do,
I
right?
feel you. I
see
feel you.
where it
That's as
is?
bright as it goes.
I'm just saying it's
I
kind
mean,
of heavy
okay,
too.
now-
You wouldn't even know if you know, like it's.
I get that.
Okay. All this being said, I have a pair of all Volt Air Max 90 Hyperfuse,
Okay. Yep.
like all one piece.
Yep.
Fused upper.
I believe I
Volt.
have the bright crimson version of those.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So I wore these to Vegas and walked out, like was wearing them and just like barefoot, going out to the pool,
Uh huh.
and they stopped the fucking music. They were like, "Yo, those some really bright shoes." And then the music came back on. It was so fucking funny.
That. So I'm gonna have to get a pair of these so
That's good.
I can
That's why
have
you
that
wear them,
moment.
right?
Yeah.
I haven't worn
shit.
them much since.
So that everybody in the party says, "Oh my God, look at how bright." they
Look at
Oh,
how
they're
bright
so
his shoes
fucking
are. It's
bright.
peacocking,
I have gone
man.
to
That's
those
what we're
fucking,
doing.
like neon parties since, and I'm like, well, I got the shoes for
Look
that.
at the shoes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Let me tell you.
neon
Yeah.
party? Can we
Where
go back
everyone has
that?
to go wear all neon, and they give everyone neon things
Yeah,
to
yeah,
wear
we're-
around. And grow
Okay.
lights.
Okay.
Where do those
Where?
parties at?
Yeah. Where's that at?
That was for a birthday party. For
Okay.
a friend
I
of
think
mine.
we have to throw our own.
Yeah.
Listen. I've
No,
never heard
those
of a
parties
neon
happen.
party, but I'm interested.
Okay. Kyle's in.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No.
Mostly kidding. But
Mostly
I'd
kidding.
go.
But I'd go.
I'd go.
Mostly kidding, but I'd go. Yeah.
Wearing all black.
Well, yeah, that's how you stand out. You see,
Exactly.
in that scenario. Yeah, you got to be the contrast.
How about these?
Oh, yeah,
Heartbreakers.
You keep throwing these at me, and I'm like not interested.
Really?
I'm not like shoe surgeon in Python to me is like
Listen,
Too obvious, but like
yeah. It's just
with
like,
the elephant print,
I like those.
with the isn't that
I do.
gorgeous?
I like them.
Like
we were just talking about those Supreme dunks, so like it has that same layout.
It's the same
Yeah.
pair.
yeah,
It's the same fucking
And these
pair.
being Jordan 1s though.
Yeah.
they are.
Those.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
lining.
The lining
Beautifully
looks amazing.
done.
Yeah, the lining I
It's
would
just the
say.
same. I mean, I don't think it could be any more identical to the design of the SB.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks just like it.
Speaking of some other customs,
Whoa, those are some wild swaps.
the Jordan
Oh, do we have
11
Afro Kicks that
Soul.
we saw earlier in here.
Huh?
Do we have Afro Kicks as customs?
No,
Ones?
no.
Man,
We'll
that's
have, but we're gonna have him on, so maybe we can see
Yes.
those in person.
good play.
We'll have to
Good
remind
play.
him. Yeah. Look at these by Phase 2. Jordan
Yeah.
11 soles look really nice on that Mars Yard shoe.
I kind of
Yeah.
like those.
Right?
Yeah, the Mars. They went up pretty quick in price. Too.
They sure
yeah,
did.
man, they're really expensive.
They sure did.
Like
Those
600, 700, $800 real quick even after they drop.
Exactly. Some more fire customs, this time from Cass F1. Last season, we showed some of the work that he did with Dan Life. These are, he's got a few different names for them. I'm not sure if these are one of the mutagens, but I know that is the mutagen Air Force One. Aren't these gorgeous?
I mean,
Not for you, Kyle? Is it the color or the texture? I love both.
I
I
don't
think
think I like Air Force Ones at all. But
Okay,
but
see-
the color is what I'm talking about, though. It's just a bit crazy.
I
I could do it.
I'm not a big fan of the
love
messy
these.
crackled thing.
I love the crackle. I want to see this. I'm not just not a
See,
fan
I
of the
don't
Air
hate-
Force
I
One.
don't hate the crackle thing all that
Just
much.
the color.
I think it's the color.
The color's nice.
If
I'm a
you
big
did it
fan
on
of
like if it
green.
was
I
like a
green.
stone gray like crackle,
There
and
you
probably
go.
get them.
I'd be super into
I could
it.
dig that. If it was Air Max 90s, I would be sweating these hard. but still
They're
like
not at
and unique, original. We haven't seen this, so I want to make sure we're giving him his props because it's clean and really well done. Even if it's not your flavor, it's still fucking dope. My boy Chris B. Murray doing some ill-ass sneaker illustrations for a new series he's putting together. Yeah, this Jordan Cement 4, just really cool energy and right. He also has this Sneaker Love. Of course, you see that Air Max 90 in there, so I'm loving that.
That's very cool.
Isn't that dope? I told him I want that shit on a hoodie, maybe a crew neck, maybe all of that. Another sneaker in art sighting, James Jean, another favorite of mine. And I noticed that the Instapump Fury is on his foot there.
Like an iteration of it, yeah. Thanks.
And I think I wanted to make that point to other artists.
It's definitely a nod to it.
Right, without being too literal. But I think that's important to do and consider. I think there's too much. People are being too literal when they combine their love for art and sneakers. And I know that may sound hypocritical coming from me because I actually use the sneakers as a material, but I push that into something entirely new. And I think other artists who are sneaker enthusiasts need to consider. We'll let it slide. It's like I'm smoking a blunt. Just how far they're pushing it, and I think pushing it a little bit further. This is still very clearly something that is inspired by a shoe that we know very well. We have on the table right now.
Yeah.
I would love to own this
I
piece,
can't
but they're
wait
always
till
out
y'all
of my
see the mask
price
that
point.
this man made out of these shoes.
Oh Lord,
It's
it
crazy.
is really fucking good. This weekend it's dropping. For Valentine's Day,
Oh
which
my
was
God,
last
Jay
weekend.
wanted a bouquet of these.
Really? I
Yes.
think we're gonna put these on shirts at some point, or maybe some stickers, pins, that type of shit. Thank you.
Go to
Yes.
the clot because I think you
This is-
really did your thing on that one.
I kind of get better here. The Beluga Lily,
Yeah.
I like that one. Though.
right?
Yeah, that's fire.
And then best for
Just a
last,
black lily in general. is
the
crazy.
Clot Rose.
Yeah, the shading and shadows you did here are nuts, dude.
I like the lily the most because of the colors, I think.
This one here.
Yeah, like a black lily looks nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the Agassiz Orchid, the Beluga Lily, and the Clot Rose.
all wonderful alliteration, by the way.
Right? Like
Beluga lily.
Beluga Lily does like I like saying that shit. I want to like genetically modify some shit now. Also, if folks are out there and they want to buy some dope sneaker art, right now through Social Works, I'm a part of a group show where we all did a reimagining based on Picasso's Bullhead for All-Star Weekend, and I took a pair of my Cyber Monday ones that I got a little scuff in the heel, chopped them bitches down, and wrapped them around that bicycle seat head, and turned it into the Chicago Bulls mascot. So this
I
is
got lost in the like details of what he did
Yeah.
there. I'm like, what?
What did you do?
What did he do?
So this is up for auction right now. I think
Never had a chance. Poor shoe never had a chance.
Never had a chance.
This fool gets in the ring.
Right now this piece is at $950. There are other pieces for about $550, and some that are still waiting for bids. So go buy some dope art for the low. The money goes to social work. So it's good shit, man. Hop on it. Buy some dope art. You won't regret it. These charity auctions, like, it's always hard for us as artists to do, not only because we barely make ends meet already, but also because it can sometimes devalue our work, because art should be sold at the price that it's valued at when it's ready. It's harder to do in a charity auction because it's a time thing. It may not be marketed to the right audience, or just maybe the wrong time, whatever the case may be. But for art collectors and art buyers, just want to remind you, it's a great chance to buy art from artists who probably charge way more for their work. Right now, my shit's at about 10% of what I charge for a custom. So if you want 90% off of a freehand profit piece, get your ass over and fucking make a bid. There's links through my Twitter at freehand profit. So there's that. That's the last slide, guys. That's the show.
Nice.
Episode's cashed. Roll up with us again next week, man.
Yes, please join us again.
I'm gonna have Kyle teach me how to properly clean our G pen nail, so I'm not a dirty dabber.
Are you guys high?
I'm high.
high,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys look through the box of t-shirts?
Oh shit!
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
gifts, baby.
Yeah, this is a huge.
I forgot about it's Christmas over this motherfucker.
Yeah,
So
let's
just-
get the bongs off the table and just go for it.
So check it out. Those two things there. That's one for each of you
One
guys.
for each.
Um,
Ooh. The packaging.
what-
Look at- where came
Check it out. I wanted to give you guys stuff that was, available on the shelves in like a rec product. Right?
Yes, yes. So folks can go out and get
that's
it.
What
Yeah.
we do, right? So, it's tough for us as a company to be able to give out samples. So a lot of the time you end up going in and buying something at a shop, right?
Right.
To be able to give it to somebody. So so I stopped at one of our awesome retailers on the way
man.
over here and got you guys a couple pens. So those are a couple sauce pens there.
Daniel's got his open.
We
Oh.
did
Peach
those.
water.
We did those in collaboration with my boy Fieldsy, the creator of Skittles.
Oh, okay.
Which I have had so many Skittles cartridges, man.
They are the goodness for sure.
Peach
this is a
water. I
different
like the
one
sound of
their-
that.
From their genetic side. Skittles is the brand, and the strain that popped off, obviously. But Terpogs is their genetics and extract brand and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, that's a collaboration with Field Extracts and Skittles, so it's a good one.
Oh man.
And there's a couple brochures in there too. Shows a little bit about what we do at Field. That'll differentiate for you the difference in the in the extracts.
Everything we asked you today. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And we exhausted you.
Oh, more of that beautiful photography. Jesus. I might have to holler at you because I feel like I want that hanging in my house.
You got it, bro.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. We'll do a little
and then
trade if anything.
In the box, we have one of the things we do with our retail partners is make collaborative apparel. So there are 4 or 5 different designs in there for you guys, larges and XLs, and there's. Connected California is in there. Airfield, is in there.
Hey,
That's the one
we
you
like
just
that.
picked up
Airfield.
right there. Yeah.
Fire.
That's a shop up in San Jose. They're it may be one of the more impressive dispensaries I've ever been in. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Like you've never seen that many, point of sale systems open at the same time, and
I
that
think
many
we're gonna
people
have
flowing
to,
through there. It's fire.
I think we're gonna have to do a field trip. Ha! A field trip, bruh. Yeah.
All right, so we got peach water.
Yo. Good looks on this one.
The connected one's cool for sure. Yeah.
I got the black and blue undefeated 90s and like almost no blue in my. I was gonna tell you that when I was admiring your Stone Island Nike collab jacket there. I was like, that color. I need more of that in my life.
And that's something we're going to be doing here moving forward too through this year. So, a lot of the shirts that we release, whether it's just a field shirt or it's a collab with one of our store partners, or one of the Glass House brands or whatever, we're going to be doing our best to match up colorways with some of the shoes that are dropping. So,
Smart man.
I think it's been a long time coming. Skate shops have been doing that for fucking ever, right? That's pretty common practice.
Sure, but always appreciate
It'd
it.
be cool to have a cannabis vibe on it, though.
100%. Well, I think there's so many in here. I think we got to share the love, and I think we're gonna figure out a way. How about through our Instagram? We'll do a post and we'll do a giveaway.
Just wear them in good health, boys.
We
Thanks for
absolutely
having me on the
will,
show.
man.
Appreciate it.
So
It's fun.
so appreciative for your time, and so good to see you again,
Yeah,
man.
dude. Thanks
Made
for all
my
the
day.
education. I
For
was trying
real.
to I'm like, damn it, dude, we're so I'm not gonna remember much of this.
We don't have to. It's gonna
Yeah.
be on YouTube.
Great, yeah, I'm gonna rewatch the episode where I'm sat
recorded,
here.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why the
Just
whole time I was
lives
like,
on.
I don't know what he's saying. I can't ask a follow-up question,
I
but
don't
I'm going to
know what
nod
he's
and
saying.
I'm going to think of that question for the next time we have you on, because it will be a repeat guest. Thank you, Kyle, so much. And thank you, everyone out there, for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Stay high, stay fresh. We love y'all. Peace.
Later.